Welcome to the Bottle Poppin' Podcast, where Meg and Heather share their love for oils, friendship, and entrepreneurship. Let's get it poppin'.
Hey everyone, this is Meg.
Hi there, this is Heather.
We are the Bottle Poppin' Podcast. So Heather, what are we popping open today?
We're popping open a new year, Meg. It is now 2025.
Happy New Year.
Yes. We did not this year do a year-end review like we sometimes do. I think for both of us, we probably have spent the year using a lot of the same products that we have used in previous years. So instead, we decided to do something a little bit different going into this new year here. We are going to talk about our essential oil intentions for this upcoming year.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I'm more excited about this. I think this might be more helpful for people than here's the top things I use this year. I don't know. Maybe it's the exact same thing. It's just a different spin on it. All right. Well, do you want to share your intention first?
Sure. I actually have two that I feel like I really want to work on. So this past year at convention 2024, the new product VMG Plus came out. It is similar to the Lifelong Vitality, except for instead of in pill format, it is now in a powder format that you mix with water. And so when the convention kit came out, I purchased that. And I have to say, I really liked the VMG Plus. I liked the convenience of the packet powder. I liked the flavor of it. And to think that I was getting all of the same nutrition, plus a little bit more, I think. I think there's a little bit more things in the VMG Plus. I really liked that. I ran out of it. We still had some Lifelong Vitality, so we've been using that, but I will be getting the VMG Plus to probably take the place of here through the new year.
Yeah, I really like that product too. And it feels easier than taking more pills. And maybe it's because I already take so many supplements, but to just have a drink, change it up a little bit is nice.
Yeah. So that's kind of my first big one of making the transition between that. I will probably still use the LLV from time to time, but I think the VMG Plus will be a good change because I've been using the LLV for so long. But my other big essential oil intention is I am fantastic about using oils when I have a particular issue and need them for that issue. I am also very good about my nighttime routine and have select oils that I put on every single night. I, however, am not very good about starting my morning with essential oils. Yet I know that I feel like it brings a certain emotion or it just puts me in a certain mood if I can start my day that way. So I am going to try to be better about making sure to apply some kind of essential oil every single morning.
I love it. Do you want to share some of your favorite oils to apply in the morning, or is it going to change based on the day?
It is definitely going to change based on the day. So I feel like I often use Breathe if I do use an oil first thing in the morning, just to kind of, I don't know, set the system to make me feel like I can take a big breath in and start the day clear that way. I've used Intune some mornings. Sometimes I choose an oil that I want to just smell good with, like a pure fume. But I don't know. I'm planning on changing it. I just want to be better about applying them daily in the morning.
Love it. I think that's a great intention.
Your turn.
So we've shared before that I'm a huge New Year's resolution person. I love them. And again, for 2025, I've got big aspirations. And I just finished reading the book 10X is Easier Than 2X, which technically is a book for entrepreneurs about business. But I guess because my business is in health and wellness, I've kind of taken it in the direction of that. And so for 2025, I plan on 10Xing my health, which really is an impossible thing. Like, what does that even mean, right? It's not something you can measure, but I'm trying to put measurements around it. And so I'm going to be improving my health in nutrition. I'm going to be exercising specific way. I also, for me, I know, and for most women, stress management is a huge part of your health. So you can do all the perfect exercise and eat perfect food, but if you don't have your stress under control, then you're not going to be healthy. And so this is where essential oils are coming in, because I already have, kind of like you said, I've got a lot of really good routines in place already with my doTERRA products. But stress management specifically, something that has helped me in the past that I have just kind of gotten out of the habit is with doing breath work. And so it's so funny because it's not complicated. It's pretty simple, but you have to be intentional. And just like yoga or anything like that, it is a practice. And the more you practice it, the easier it becomes. And so I definitely in 2020, I got really intentional with doing either box breathing every day or 4-7-8 breathing every day. And so I want to start doing that again. I'm going to track myself to hold myself accountable that I'm doing it. But I really want to layer in oils with it. And so part of this too, the best way to manage your stress is to really identify what is triggering your stress and what emotions are triggering it. And so we talked before about how much we love the Essential Emotions book. And then I also have the Essential Emotions app on my phone. And either one of these, you can look up the specific emotion that you're feeling. And so what I plan on doing, and I looked this up here, I'm going to every day try to identify the emotion that I'm feeling that day. So today I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. So I pulled up overwhelm. It lists out all of the different oils that can help with overwhelm. So here, I won't even read you the whole list because it's pretty long, but Basil, Aroma Touch, Rescuer, or Serenity are the first 4. Looks like there's probably about 16 on the list. But I'm going to pick one of them. Literally just open the bottle. I don't even have to apply the oil, but open the bottle, hold it under my nose, and then do the breathing technique that I plan on doing that day. And like 4-7-8 breathing, they recommend you just do like 3 rounds. So this is where you breathe in through your nose to a count of 4, hold it for a count of 7, then breathe out through your mouth for a count of 8. But when you're holding the oil underneath you, it's also now hitting your olfactory gland. And so it's able to shift you even faster. So that's my intention. That's my new essential oil intention that I hope to do every day. But I also believe in giving myself grace. So if I miss a day here or there, it's not the end of the world. But that's my plan.
I love that. And so are you going to exclusively do the 4-7-8 breathing, or are you going to rotate through different breathing techniques too?
I don't know for sure right now. I think I'm going to kind of play it by ear. So I'm very influenced by books. So a few years ago, I read the 12-week year. And so I implement that in my life as well. So every 12 weeks or quarter, I basically reset my goals. And so I plan on picking, I think for this very first quarter of 2025, I'm going to plan on just doing whatever feels right that day, but just like have it be an intention to do some type of practicing breathing. But maybe in the next quarter, I will read a book on breathing techniques, and then go from there. So I'm open to adjusting and changing the plan, but I have a plan that is then going to be flexible, if that makes sense.
It does. And on that note, so you in the past have shared your word for the year. That is not something that I necessarily participate in, but out of curiosity, do you want to share your word for the year?
I can share my word for the year. And ironically, it also comes from a book, but a different book. So one of the books I read in 2024 that I loved and truly kind of rocked my world was Brené Brown's Braving the Wilderness. And in that book, she has an acronym for braving. So braving, the acronym, stands for B is for boundaries, both for yourself and others. R is for reliability, A is for accountability, V is for vault, which this one was a little interesting, but vault is basically like you're able to keep secrets and people can trust you with their personal stuff. So I thought that was cool. I is for integrity, N is for non-judgment, and G is for generosity. And I mean, this book is all about going through hard things, but having this braving acronym be kind of your core to help you navigate through hard things. And for sure, if I'm going to do this 10x, not just my health, like my life, I have to have strong boundaries. So, like for example, thinking about the nutrition stuff that I'm planning on doing, I'm a nutritionist. I know what to do. But do I always do it? No, because I don't have good boundaries, and so.
And you're human.
Yeah, and I'm human. So yeah, like I'm going to be applying this across the board. And I will say as well, my plan is to document my whole 10X health journey on YouTube.
Okay.
So maybe it will be out there. Hopefully, I guess this is accountability right here. I'm putting it out there. It's going to be out there. So if you want to see more about how I'm doing this, you can go check that out at Balance Redeemed. So
I love it.
Yeah. So that's my word. And I will say as well, word for 2024 was flow. And that has not turned out how I thought it would.
Okay.
My vision for flow was like, go with the flow, let things be easy. And instead, 2024, by far the hardest year of my life, and definitely felt like we were on like a white water raft, white river,
Rapid?
something like that.
Let's
I
pick
can't
a
even
different analogy.
Well, I mean, it still has to be a boat, but I mean, it feels like we've been going through storms. It has not been the easy flow at all. So, yeah, picking that word flow, part of me is like, did I attract this? Because this is not the version of flow I had in mind at all. So, we'll see how braving goes for me in 2025.
And I will say that's exactly why I don't normally pick a word, because I don't feel like life has a way of going the way we intend to, especially from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. So I wish you luck with your braving, and I look forward to hearing how that process is going. But this is definitely why I keep my goals and my intentions short and sweet.
And see, I still think it's worth having a big goal and having something to aim towards. Because, like, if you don't aim towards anything, then you're not going anywhere, and it allows other people to tell you what to do and like design your life for you. So
I don't disagree, and you definitely inspire me with that mentality. That is just not my mentality.
yeah. To each our own.
Yes.
All right. Well, if you, dear listener, want to share with us what your intentions are, we'd love to hear from you. So feel free to reach out to us on social media and let us know what your intention for 2025 is, whether or not it's attached to essential oils. We want to cheer you on. So thank you so much for listening. Share this with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And if you haven't done so before, if you could leave us a review, we would really appreciate it. It helps more people find our show.
Thanks for tuning in. For more information, you can follow these bottle poppin' ladies at bottlepoppinpodcast.com. Tune in next week to learn about what bottle we're poppin'. Until next time, take care. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This podcast is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.